Now let's talk about our rulers. Our rulers you'll find up here at the top. They are show where our margins are, and over here on the sides it also shows where our indents are going to be. So if you come up here to view, I'll show you how to turn on and off the rulers. So you'll go down to view rulers. The check mark is there, so rulers are present. If you click on it, it goes away. So we're going to go ahead and work with our rulers right now on our indents. There's a couple things that we're going to work with. If you put your cursor over the top blue arrow, it's the first line indent. This is going to indent the first line of each new paragraph, and when we set this up, you won't have to continually enter the tab button. Then the bottom one is the left indent. The left indent will actually move the whole margin of the paper. So it won't just move that first line, it'll move the entire paper. So you've got to be really careful with that. The bottom one here we'll talk about more so later on in some different units. So first what I want to do is I want to take this first line and I want to take that to 0.5 inches. And so it's going to be obviously in between the blue and the 1 at 0.5. And you'll see it says first line indent. Then we're going to type in, how is Nintendo Wii console able to determine the location of a Wii remote while a player interacts with a game? Question mark. Hit the space bar once, and now we're going to learn autocorrect. So I'm going to have you intentionally spell a word wrong. So we're going to type the answer is triangulation, comma, a process that determines, and now I want you to spell the word the wrong, T-E-H. When I hit the space bar, you're going to watch how the word automatically changed, and you see how there is a blue line underneath it. Okay, what we're going to do is if you click on that little box, the autocorrect box, there's a few things that we're going to look at. This is the autocorrect options button, is the technical term for it. And we can actually change that back to the original spelling that we had it, the T-E-H instead of the word the. We can stop automatically correcting this word. So say that word is recognizing this as wrong all the time, we can stop it from correcting it because we know maybe it was supposed to be spelled that way. And then there's the control autocorrect options, and this is where we can do a bunch of different things with that. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to press the escape button or click off. Okay, we're going to finish typing. So location of an object by measuring the angles from two or more fixed points, period. And I've spelled angles wrong. So let me get that fixed. All right, so we should have that first paragraph. Now we're going to create an autocorrect entry. So we're going to come up here to Tools in the menu bar. We're going to go to autocorrect and we're going to click on that. And then our autocorrect display box is going to pop up. And so the word sensor, S-E-N-S-E-R. So we want to replace this word sensor with, so you're going to type in the other box, S-E-N-S-O-R. You want to make sure that the automatically uses suggestions from the spelling corrector is checked. And you want to go ahead and add this entry to the words, and it's going to add it alphabetically. And so you'll see right here. So when we spell the word censor, because say maybe we misspell that word a lot and we always do it ER, it's going to automatically correct it this way. So that's what we're adding in there. And we're going to hit the OK button. You can also do a lot of other things in that autocorrect dialog box. You can also not only do the misspelled or mistyped words that you commonly do, but you can also do it for abbreviations or codes, things like that. So maybe you're typing a special paper that has the same abbreviation used. You can also use that as well. Okay, so our insertion point's at the end of the first paragraph. We're going to go ahead and hit the return button or enter key, and you'll notice that it automatically goes down to that first hanging indent because that's where we have it set up. And we're going to type in surveyors often use triangulation to measure distance, period, space, starting at a known location and elevation, comma, surveyors measure a length to create a baseline and then use a theodolite to measure an angle to an unknown point from each side of the baseline. Then we're going to hit the space bar. Now we're going to go ahead and enter in citations. But first, before we do that, I want to go ahead and save what we have. So come up here to File, Save As.